So do you see the Coup 2 taking place? Now, coup number 1 was the Russia collusion coup that failed. But you can see that Coup 2, I call it, just has a nice ring to it, Coup 2. So Coup 2 is shaping up, and it's so ridiculously obvious that it's almost funny, but the fact that it's obvious that you can see this plot taking shape, it won't change it at all. The fact that we can see it happening, no difference. It will happen just the same, just like we didn't know it was happening. And the plot goes like this. Number 1 is you have to do something that guarantees the election outcome will not be credible. In other words, no matter who wins, the public is going to look at it and say, I don't think so. Not so sure that we actually counted the votes right. Now, how could you have an election that nobody thinks the votes were counted right? Well, one way would be to have, massive mail-in votes. So that's what the Democrats want. They're fighting to have an election system that guarantees you won't know who won exactly. Think about that. They're fighting for a system that guarantees you won't know who won. Why would they do that? Could it be, the obvious is that they plan to cheat. But wouldn't the Republicans cheat too? I mean, it's not like all the cheaters are in one party. I mean, you might think they are, but probably not. Probably not. So you'd think there's a different play here. If the play is not to out-cheat the Republicans, because once it's a competition, if it's a competition, the Republicans are going to come to play, if you know what I mean. So if you think you're going to out-cheat the Republicans, well, they're not the ones who made it a competition. I don't approve of cheating on the elections. I'm just saying you should expect a lot of it. But I don't think the plan is to out-cheat the Republicans. It seems to me the real plan is to make sure that the election results are not credible because Trump's going to win. And if you want to press a second coup, you're going to need to have this narrative. Hey, the president rigged the election either by stopping mail-in votes or by whatever, and therefore he must be removed from office by any means necessary. And that will be Coup 2. Now, you've seen that they've already floated the idea that the military should be looking at removing him if he doesn't leave. So they're softening up the room. They're setting the table. They're persuading, if you want, although persuading is a different specific term. They're softening you up to expect that you're going to have a bad or an undependable result. If that undependable result says Trump won, they're going to say that the election doesn't count and he's a dictator staying in office, and then they're going to call for the military to remove him. That's actually happening right in front of you. And every day we'll just wake up and, go to work and eat dinner just like it's not happening, which is just the craziest thing. The fact that we can see it and then act like it's not happening all at the same time. It's a very human thing to do.